Reconnection, epigenetic, and harmony. This webinar is really something very special, and it's the part of our early development where, for example, when we're in our homes as a child, a young child, and maybe those homes were not safe, maybe our parents were not safe. And in the early stages, we were dissociating from our bodies, we were devastated, we got out, and we're in fear, and we're entangling with our parents' abuse, our ancestral abuse in the epigenetics. And it was too much for us. We were frozen, ungrounded, and fear of life itself, fear of finances, fear of being thrown out of society, people pleasing. So there's a part of the development that usually comes in at one point of the childhood where it's like, sorry for my French, fuck you part. And it's where I realized that my home is not safe. My family's not safe. My parents are not safe. And for me, that's a part to celebrate because it's the first realization that I'm coming out of an abusive system and I'm standing up for myself. So what I would like to do in this webinar is honor those parts of you and your ancestors who first realized that they're not safe. But like everything, it's about balance and it's about bringing balance into the system. So it is a beautiful moment and a part to be celebrated, but it's a part that I want to really integrate back into your system and to really clear it from your system in a very respectful, honorable way. So you can go back into harmony, so you can go back into grounding, so you can reconnect with yourself in a new way, with God in a new way, with your parents in a new way. But first is to honor this first fuck you in the system. And these are the explosive energies, dissociated energies that pop up time to time in your life and has you ungrounded. Because if those parts unground, it's a very strong, violent flame, a fire, and it gets ungrounded, so it's fueled, so it needs to be regulated. So I'd like to set up really a whole space for you to clear these, to work with these parts, celebrate the parts, and then to ground that flame and to have solid boundaries in your system, protection in your system, safety in your system, and power in your system in a very, very humble way, respectful way, balanced way that will not destroy you or the world around you. So this will regulate you. It'll regulate you in your finances, your relationship, your life, your health, because it affects everything in life. Because if you put this part away, and the minute you relax or something happens, then it creates destruction, addictions, abuse. And this is the energy I really want to clear from the system in this webinar. It's 2 webinars. You can watch them whenever you want if you can't make it at this weekend. No excuses. You can watch it at any stage. It's part of the academy. And what amazes me is that how complex we are in a way that we've so many different aspects of our soul, and that all these webinars, for example, it's an academy of consciousness, and there are different levels of our soul. Our soul is like a diamond with different aspects, which are waiting to be grounded and integrated back into balance, back into home and safety within us. And this is a development stage which I feel is crucial to really work with and honor and respect, and do it in a very loving way, kind way, humble way, passionate way, to help that part of you feel safe enough to come back into life and to reconnect with yourself and creation and the divine around us in a very, very harmonious, respectful way. So I'm looking forward to holding space for all of you if you want to be part of this and to clear this, to honor this part of you, because this is really the first time you stood up for yourself and you broke away from the norm. And it's not to go so extreme with it that you destroy yourself and you destroy your life and your health, and that you come back into balance and nourish yourself and ease in the system. So I'm looking forward to holding space for you later. And as I say, if you can't make it this evening, you can watch it whenever you want. Everything on the website is different levels of consciousness, which are connected to the consciousness of the collective at that moment in time. So you may feel to go back and reset some systems by each of the webinars in the academy. And what is interesting, this one, we're going to be working a lot around birth, I feel. So unity with the ancestors was very, very strong about that, like taking, reconnecting with the ancestors in a very honorable, respectful way. So I look forward to seeing you later if you want to be part of this. And it's a big one. It's one that, as I say, will clear destruction. And this causes a lot of serious health conditions if you don't work with it. And it makes you ungrounded, fearful in life, and manipulating, people pleasing, resentful, and no backbone. So this is something that really, I feel, is an important part in the academy and a very important part to integrate back into life. So yeah, thank you for being on this journey. We're all walking ourselves home. And this is one of the keys, I feel, for walking back home in a very peaceful, safe way. Thank you, everyone.